Welcome back to another episode of this Parma Save. We're at the start of Season 4 now in this Parma Save, and we've made some sign-ins. But before we get into that, we ended last season with a £136 million profit. And we finished in the top 6, so we've given ourselves 30% of the profits, and we won the Coppa Italia, so we'll give ourselves an extra 5% of the profits. So 35% is 47.6 million to spend as a transfer budget. I've spent £36 million of it, so I've got 11.6 million left to spend, which I'll keep and save for now in case I need to make some sign-ins in January. The sign-ins I've made: first one at left back, I've gone and bought Doig from Sassuolo, I think it was, for 25 million. Bentaleb came in on a free transfer, so there's 3 sign-ins actually I made. And we also needed a backup striker with Bonnie going out on loan. I wanted to go and get Iglesias, but I decided against it because I wanted to try and get an Italian striker in. And I ended up going to get Crespi. I'll have to check how you pronounce that name because I haven't checked. But we went and bought him. He was also from Sassuolo, I think. And we paid £11 million for him. So he was cheaper than Iglesias as well. And he was happy to accept the rotation contract, which is great news for us. So they'll be the signings that we've made in the summer transfer window. Chichizola is retiring at the end of the season. So it doesn't look like he'll be going anywhere. But Turk has come back off loan and goes straight onto the bench. We'll try and use him in the Coppa Italia games maybe. But finishing 6th and winning the Coppa Italia has also got us Europa League football. So we're a competition ahead of the Europa Conference League, which we had last season. So Europa League football this season, which is exactly what we want. But the aim is to finish this season with Champions League football guaranteed for next season. That is the aim. So top 4, we need to try and get this season. And I think we can do it with this squad. I've offered everyone new contracts who I want to keep, which is basically everyone. They've all accepted. Bernabeu was a little bit hard. He wanted a massive increase in wages, but we've managed to talk him down to 120,000 a week now. As before, he was only on 45, I think, or 50. So he's had a massive increase in wages for him. But we've managed to get him to sign, and he will be staying with us this season. Nothing else has really changed. Has anyone left? I don't think anyone's left us, have they? Might have had someone go out on loan. Martinelli, the goalkeeper, has gone out on loan to Genoa. And there it is. Well, just under 11 million for Crespi, and then Doig was 25 million. And that was one of my objectives, was to sign a crucial player. Sign a crucial first-team player assigned to the defender position. So it just made sense. Left back. And that's exactly who I went and got. Reached the group stages of the Europa League. So I'm guessing we have some qualifying matches to do in the Europa League. I don't think they're there yet. We'll have a quick look to see what games we're playing today. Calendar. We have Inter Milan to start our Serie A season in this episode. Venezia as well. And we still haven't had our Europa League qualifying games, I don't think. yet. But I imagine we'd have to do it if we want to qualify for the group stages. So whether we just do the 2 games in this episode and then start next month as a fresh episode, I'm not too sure yet. I'll decide and see how these games go to begin with. Inter Milan to start off with. Pretty much the same starting lineup as last season, with Bono in goal, Rashford on the left, still Thuram and Martinez up top, Barella, McAllister. They still have Bastoni and Pavard. A very, very good Inter Milan side, but I believe we can beat them with this side. We're going to be starting off with Benedi Jacques up top, Koleosho on the left, Van Axel Dongen on the right, Bernabei, Bentaleb and Mann in midfield, with Doig, Parola, Moreno and Del Prato in defence, and Desplanches in goal. In regards to my rules, just while I'm thinking about it, one of them was to have a minimum of 7 Italian players in the matchday squad. We have that. We have Koleosho, we have Parola, Moreno, Del Prato and Desplanches, and then on the bench we've got Crespi, Moretti, Casadei and Sorrentino as well. So that's 9 Italian players in the matchday squad, which is fantastic for us. One of the other rules as well was to have a minimum of 2 players over the age of 30 in the whole squad, which again we have with Bentaleb, we have Chichizola, Hanani and Cyprian are all over the age of 30, so we've got plenty of experience there as well for these young guys that we have in our team. Doesn't look like Cyprian or Hanani are going anywhere. I think I'm going to keep them just so that I can have a big squad to rely on for when we have injuries, and just to rotate the squad in general for injuries, suspensions, and just rotating the squad for the sake of rotating the squad and keeping people happy. But that would be our starting lineup. Fosu Mensah's dropped to the bench, the same as Casadei is also on the bench now. The only place I'm looking very light is on the wings. So we have Koleosho and Van Axel Dongen. We have Bustamante on the bench, which ideally I would want a higher rated winger to come off the bench, but Mihaela has left the club. We do have Franco there, who could play on the wing. To be honest, Fosu Mensah could fill in like right midfield or left mid anyway, if we had to use him. But it doesn't matter. This will be our first game. Let's go into this game against Inter Milan. Thuram, Bernabei just wrong side. It's a ball in behind to Rashford. And Del Prato gets a foot in and it goes out for a corner. We're going to gamble with Koleosho even though they're going short. Oh, Barella. Too strong for us. And we're 1-0 down already to this Inter Milan side. A Martinez goal. Just couldn't clear our lines. Barella, too strong for Mann. Brushed him aside. And our 2 defenders, Moreno and Parola, jumped but just couldn't get their heads on the ball. We're losing 1-0. Barella. Oh my God, how's he come away with that? Space for Barella. How has he come away with that ball? It wasn't Moreno that jumped for the ball for the first goal. It was Doig, our left back. But Barella has doubled into Milan's side, and this is not a great start to our season for us. We're losing 2-0. Martinez. Barella. Look at that space. Can't tackle at all. Inter Milan are all over us. Oh my days. Get up, keeper. Just catch it. Oh my God. We're falling apart at the start of the season. Get us in at half time. Get us in at half time, please. Inter Milan. Look at that gap. Slides the ball into Rashford. Just get it away. McAllister turns us. It's a ball in again. And Inter Milan have a corner. Referee, just blow for half time, please. Barella. Now blow for half time. Thank you. This is not the start to the season that we wanted. We're losing to Inter Milan. 2-0. Out to Del Plato. Needs a little bit of support. Van Axel Dongen's in the middle, which is annoying. Get this into Benedijak. Out to Bernabei. Shoots! But Bono saves it. That's our first chance of the game. And it's come in the second half. Bernabei. It's into Benedijak. Back out to Bernabei. Out to Moreno. Has a long-range effort. The ball's there. Man can't get there before Bono. Get this out to Doig, who is getting forward. Put this into Benedijak. Scores the goal to bring us back into it. Doig with the assist on his debut. Put a beautiful ball into Benedijak. We needed that little bit of luck. Great header from Benedijak. Bono was close to it, but we've brought one back. It's 2-1. Man, if you could keep making that run, that would be great. Or just stand still. Ball into Bernabei. Shoots from range. And Bono gets the save. We need to make some changes now. Crespi's coming on. With, I think Casadei needs to come on. We'll bring Casadei and Moretti on. Bustamante is going to come on for Van Axel Dongen. And I think that'll be it. But we've got a corner. I don't want Bentaleb putting this in. We'll have Moretti to whip this ball in. It's into Crespi. It doesn't sound right. Crespi. But we've got ourselves another corner. We'll have Moretti to put this in again. Bit more on it. Crespi! Gets his head on it, but it goes wide. No. Go back, Parola. Thank you. Oh, look at them getting forward. Barella. Bisek. McAllister. Oh, look at the space. Fratesi. Goes back to Rashford. Rashford has it again. Barella. Desplanches with the save. Inter Milan have been all over us. It's no surprise they're going to take all 3 points from this. Crespi with the head. Out to Koleosho. Can we use his pace? DeMarco's fast though. Get this ball forward. Ah, the ball just isn't good enough. And that is full time. And this is not the start to the season that we wanted. We lose to Inter Milan. 2-1. And in our next game, we are playing Venezia. Did they lose their first game? Yes, they did. So we're in the same boat, but we need to get all 3 points from this match. We have to. That is their starting lineup. Let's have a quick look at ours. Doesn't look like we need to change anything. That will be our starting lineup. Let's go into this game against Venezia. Moreno with a bit of space. Into Man. Into Benedijac. That's what we want to be doing. Taking them chances. Benedijac wants that golden boot again this season. The angle was kind of against us, but there's too much power on that for the goalkeeper to save it. We're winning 1-0. Bit of space ahead of him. Oh, he's been tackled. Everyone needs to get back. Parola's coming across. It's a lovely ball in. Desplanches saves Moreno's blushes. Should have just cleared it. Trying to play out from the back. Ran it, overran it. They're going to go short from this corner. Kolyosho, take it in your stride, my son. Just toying with me down here. Just toying with me down here. They're going backwards, though. That's what we want to see. And we've caught them on... Man's caught Abate slacking. And Man's come in. Oh, should have passed it to Benedijac. Benedijac keeps it in. No, Benedijac is offside. So it's a good job I didn't pass it to Benedijac because his right foot is offside. Ullman. Del Prato's stole it. Get this ball over to Kolyosho on his right. Makes no mistake. He gets a second bite at the cherry and he takes it. This has been a hard game. This has been a hard game. The first shot is straight at the goalkeeper, but it falls straight into the path of Kolyosho again. For him to finish it. No problem whatsoever. And we go in at half-time leading 2-0. Del Prato stole it. Into Benedijac. Get this forward to Van Axel Dongen to run down the wing. Need to try and get someone in the box, but Van Axel Dongen might go all the way. He's took it too wide, but he's won us a corner. I think we're going to make some changes to try and keep everyone happy, hopefully. Crespi's going to come on for Benedijac. We'll bring Bustamante on for Van Axel Dongen. Moretti can... No, Moretti's not going to come on. Cassaday's going to come on for Man. Bentaleb hasn't done anything wrong, but I want to give some game time to Fozumenta as well. So they'll be the changes we make. Hopefully see this game out, but we've got ourselves a corner with Bernabé to put this ball in. It's into Crespi! Can't get his head on it. Bustamante in a bit of space here. Oh, Kolyosho can't get the tap in. Come at him a little bit too quick. I should have just fired that across goal. Kolyosho would have had a tap in. But Bernabé has this corner. It's into Crespi. Gets his first goal for Parma. He looks like he's going to be a decent player for us. Or a decent player in real life as well. But he looks like a very, very good player. Just about manages to get his head on it. And the keeper, it's past the keeper before he can even react. 3-0. Oh no. Doig gets back. Oh, it's a lovely ball in. Oh, catch it! Don't know what's going on here. Don't know what's happening with Desplanches. He's got turned into Flappy Ansky. But the main thing is, it's a clean sheet for Desplanches, and it's 3 points for Parma. 3-0. And next up for us is our game against Sassuolo, which we're going to play. So it will be the 3 games in this episode. And we're at the start of September now. We're going to play the game against Sassuolo. We'll have a quick look at their starting lineup. That is their starting lineup. Good players. Traore up top is an absolute unit. Lorient, good player. Berardi, good player. Volpato, good player. We've also got him shortlisted as well. They have some good players, Sassuolo. And we've bought 2 players from them in Crespi and Doig. So there would have been even better if they kept them players. I might change it up a little bit. We're going to start Casadei ahead of Man. And we're going to start Fosu Mensah ahead of Bentaleb. Again, Bentaleb hasn't done anything wrong, but Fosu Mensah is going to want game time, so I'm going to try my best to give it to him. What we'll do is we'll also bring on... We'll take Moretti off the bench and bring on Som to try and give him some game time as well in the second half. See, Hernani and Cyprian are not happy. They're going to want to leave. They are both on rotation contracts as well, but they are not going to be happy at all. But that'll be our starting lineup. Let's go into this final game of this episode against Sassuolo. Lorient. Del Prato steals the ball. And Del Prato loses it. Ball coming in. Oh, they've gone backwards, thank you. And Bernabé with the block. Benedijac just needs a little bit of help here. He keeps hold of the ball well. Doig coming forward. Lays it off to Koleosho, who comes in on the inside. He's still coming in. Shoots! What a goal from Koleosho. More goals from him this season, definitely. Please. Last season was his season, or half a season, to settle into the league and get used to Serie A. We need him performing on a weekly basis this season if we want Champions League football. And he started off the season well with 2 goals so far. It's 1-0. Casadei with the challenge. Van Axeldongen puts Casadei back through. He's driving in. He tries to go for goal because Benedijac came in rather than staying on the penalty spot. Why is Benedijac coming in like that? But Bernabé is going to take this corner. It's into Benedijac. Can't get his head on it. Van Axeldongen. Back to Van Axeldongen. But they get the block in. We should be going in at half-time with the lead. Del Prato, fantastic tackle. Just keep this ball going at half-time. Winning 1-0. Berardi. Oh no, Dodo's getting forward. Berardi lays it off to Traore. We can't get this ball away. And it goes for a corner. Almost conceded a silly goal again then. We're going short. Berardi. Casadei with the challenge. Koleosho can bring the ball forward. Use his pace. He might be going all the way. He's kept going. Shoots! And he scores his 3rd goal of the season. 3 goals in 3 games for Koleosho. And his pace was just too much for the defenders. He was flying, and he had the finish to go with it. We want to take all 3 points here. We're winning 2-0. Henrique. Oh, no. Fosu Mensah get a foot in. Offside. Goalkeeper with the save. What a save. Got the ball to Koleosho. Get this ball forward to Bernabei. Running through on goal. Has he got too close? No, he hasn't. Koleosho with the assist in this game. But Bernabei with the goal. Let's go. I think it'll be time to make some substitutions. We'll have a quick look at that goal. But it was Koleosho with the assist. Putting in a man-of-the-match performance in this game. Goalkeeper come flying out. It was a great save to start the move off from Desplanches. Come flying out. Well, let's make some substitutions. Casadei's playing really well. I think he might end up putting Man on the bench, to be honest with you. We'll get Crespi on for Benedijac. We'll get Bustamante on for Van Axel Dongen as well. We're going to give some game time, so we'll take him off for Doig. And I think we'll leave it like that for now. No, let's get Bent. No, we'll leave Fosu Mensah on, actually, and Casadei. So they'll be the only changes we make. Just passing it around the back here. Cardona goes backwards. Ball into Traore. Trying to use a bit of his pace. Oh, Marino. Get rid of it. Referee! What's going on? Bustamante has it. It's into Casadei, and that is full time. And it's another clean sheet just about for Desplanches. And it's another 3 points for us as we beat Sassuolo 3-0. And this is the end of this episode now. We'll have a quick look at this Serie A table. We're up to third with them 2 wins, but we did lose to Inter Milan, who aren't top. So where are Inter Milan now? Inter Milan beat us in the first game, absolutely smashed us, and then they've drew the last 2 games, or the next 2 games. Madness, but we managed to win our next 2 games, so we've got 6 points and we're up to 3rd place. If we can keep winning, that's what we want to do. Next up for us is our game against Lecce, and we don't have any qualifiers or anything for the Europa League. We're into the group stages. So we'll sim the game against Lecce, we'll play our first Europa League game against Wolves, and then we'll play Genoa and we'll play Fiorentina to end that episode. Who else have we got in our group? CFR is what they will be called. CFR and Shakhtar Donetsk will be in our group. We'll decide that in the next episode. So yeah, next episode, sim Lecce, play Wolves, play Genoa, play Fiorentina. So this is the end of this episode. If you've enjoyed it, please remember to hit that like button. If you are new around here, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next episode.